Hi everyone, it's Tina again on Phenomenal Beauty. So, February favourites. I can't believe how, I'm going to say this all the time, but how quickly the months have already gone. We're in the third month of 2014. Anyway, shush, get to the favourites. So I've got a mixture of stuff, and I think mainly because I've been trying a lot of new products, or even revisiting other products as well, and even tools and that, because of the course and just experimenting with stuff. First thing, randomly picking it up. This is actually Witch Hazel Naturally Clear. It's a blemish stick. Now it's actually in my kit, but I've been using it as well in my face. I just use a Q-tip or something to apply it. You push it up, and then you just apply the gel to any sort of blemishes that are just starting. I've just found that my skin has just been pretty much crazy in the month of February because of the course, because we're putting on makeup, taking it off, doing the whole skin prep and everything, and my skin's just well, this has been great. Any just slightly forming blemishes, I just dab a little bit on, and the next day it's gone. But it's just good for, you know, antibacterial and stuff as well. And you can obviously offer to put it on people. Obviously check if they're sensitive to anything first. But it's just a gel form of Witch Hazel, and yeah, and it cuts down excess oil and that. I've never really used Witch Hazel, a lot of first experience, and I really love it for that. So, and it's a great little form as well to have it in a little stick, as long as you use it properly. Okay, grab them randomly. This is Girlactik Beauty. It's a cream blush. I used to love cream blushes, but then I went into powder blushes. But because of this course, I'm trying different things. This is in Coral, and I cannot remember. It's either Lip Factory Ink Box or Waterball. But you can see I've scooped it out with a spatula. But I love it. It's a beautiful peachy corally pink. Absolutely divine on the cheeks, and it's just gives that nice soft natural sort of flush. Beautiful. Next thing, I think this might be a fail. I first started out really loving it. It's the Maybelline Maybelline Studio Eyes. It's the gel liner in the Blackest black, and it is black, a nice black. It kind of looks matte black when you put it on. It's kind of just a slight sheen, but it hasn't dried up. It's still nice and smooth. It's easy to work with because it just sort of glides on, and it's good for me because I'm still learning my technique. But I've just found it really does smudge, and then even on my eyes, they're oily, but I've put on primer. I've tried it on my husband's eyes. I've tried it on a few people as well, and it just smudges. And I have to leave it to sort of set, to move around, and there's no transfer, great, but through the day it just smudges. So I'm trying a few other ones, the Bobbi Brown, the Inglot, and Makeup Forever, and we'll see how we go with those. But started out good, but then ended up not so good. So, but it's great for me just to practice with her. That's what I'm sort of using it for. And so I've got to use it up. Next thing is an oldie but a goodie. It's some OPI. It's actually what I got on my nails at the moment, and I know they're chipped and everything, but it's just one of my favorite reds. I'm not a big red person. Like, you probably don't see me in a lot of very bold sort of colors, but it's in the Bullish on OPI. I've had it for years. It's still just as good as when I first got it, but it's a beautiful red. It's a red's red, if that makes sense. And I think I've just, sorry, knocked the little thing I've got standing on there, but really nice. Next thing's a little sample. It's a generous sample. It's the Dr. Lewins Hydrating Day Cream. It's not what I wanted. Is that what I wanted? No, I keep grabbing this accidentally. Sorry. I've got my little sample drawer here, and that's where this is the primer. It's the Skin Perfect Anti-Aging Primer. I haven't even opened that one yet. This is what I've been using. There we go. But just a good moisturizing primer. It's on the days where I'm not wearing that much, but I just want a sort of a moisturizer on, or I don't have time to prime and moisturize. So I just sort of put this on, let it sink in, do my chores, whatever, tend to my son, and then I can sort of do my face when I have a chance. So that's that one, Dr. Lewins. Just a beautiful, nice, silky priming moisturizer. Next thing, Hourglass. I will be doing that post on the ambient lighting blushes, powder blushes. But this one has been my favorite for the month. It's a Luminous Flush. So it's the luminous powder with the actual, it's like a very pale pink, or medium pink. Now this one, Luminous, wasn't really one of my favorites in the ambient lighting powders because it's quite luminous. Hello, but I mean it gives quite a, like a not a sheen, but it has a slight, very slight shimmer to it. But this one is all, I wouldn't say matte, but it doesn't have that same sort of effect to it. So it's bizarre, but it's perfect for me because I like that. But I will swatch it even though I don't like it. But you can mix it together, give a beautiful light pink, or you can try and get more of a pink, or if you want to try the luminous powder. But just like the ambient powders are 10 grams and these are 4.4, I believe. 4.2. But it's a good way to try if you can't afford the ambient powders themselves or are curious about one in particular. Yeah. But I don't know, I've just really loved it. It's just a light flush. It probably doesn't even show up on my camera, but it's really beautiful, really gentle. I really like that. So that's probably my favorite for the month. Ellis Faas, or Ellis Faas, I don't know how to say it. I did that little haul, which I'll link down below from Mickey Cosmetica. This is the concealer S202. And you can see the pans are very sleek. I'm still working out if I want to get more from Mecca, or I want to try all of them from overseas. They seem to be quite a bit cheaper from there, and you can buy them in sets and really save the dollars, but it just depends. I don't need any more at the moment, but it's in that pen form and I need to clean it again. I wash it every 2 to 3 days as it stops it from glugging up, and obviously you got to keep that pen, pen clean. But it's a beautiful, I'll put it on my hand. I'm going to clean it tonight anyway. It's just the right shade for me as a concealer because it's pretty much my skin tone, just nice, and the consistency is gorgeous. I love it. I'm just going to randomly go on to sort of tools. Now, I went on in my vlog that it's been interesting that I've been trying because of the course, I've been trying other brushes I wouldn't normally use, or I've just tried and I've never really liked, or ones I haven't even opened the packet on. So I've gone in and tried raw Langnickel. Now this was one that was out of the packet. I had one that was in my collection and I just didn't care for it, and then I don't know where that one went. But this is the Line and Smudge C421. And you can see hopefully how it's a very sort of dense little tapered brush. I never cared for it, but honestly I've been trying it in the class, I've been trying it myself. It is fantastic. I love it, particularly for a smoky eye. If you're doing like a gel liner all over the lid and you're trying to smoke it out or blend it or buff it, this is great. Or even just for eyeshadows on a smoky eye, I love this. I want to get another one. I really, really like it. It's just dense enough, but it's not spiky. It's also, I suppose what do you call it, it has enough give as well when you're blending. So it's just that sort of right sort of mix. So it's good for, how do I say it? It's good for powders and for sort of gels or creams and that. And it's really, really nice sort of brush. Wash as well, everything. Just, I couldn't say much more good about it. And I just love the handle, like that sort of thick and dense, thick and dense. I don't know how to say it. It's just right. It, like, when it feels good in the hand and you're using it, it does all the right things. It's really, really good. I really like that brush, so I'm happy. And the next one is the Super Foundation C142 brush from Raw Langnickel. Another brush I mentioned in my, this is the one I mentioned in my vlog that I never cared for. It's a dupe of a foundation brush out there, and whatever. I've tried it, not fussed. Hello! I love it. February, I loved it. It was pretty much my main one when I was applying my liquid foundations, whether it be my my Makeup Forever, or if I was applying BB cream, even anything, any sort of creams or liquids on the face, even when I'm sort of buffing it in with my cream blush and I'm sort of doing it in with my foundation to get a nice soft look. It's great, blends well, and I don't know why I didn't like it before, but maybe I wasn't using it properly. So I love it. I really love it. It's so dense, washes well. Obviously it needs a deep cleanse. I do them in sets, so I did my coarse brushes last night, doing these ones tonight. The next ones I'm practicing with, and so it's pretty much every night I'm washing brushes. This is another one this is my second one. It's the Inglot Colorplay mascara. It's in purple. I first tried this at IMATS last year. It was okay, I quite liked it, and then I ended up picking up another one and I love it. It's a beautiful purple like that, on the lashes, and it actually shows up quite well, you can see there on the lashes. And it's good for sort of my brown eyes. I've done another order, so I've got, I think it's like an aqua green that I've got coming, so I'll let you know. There's also a brown, a blue, and something else, I think, a turquoise or something. There's a few different colours in their Colorplay range of mascara. It stays on okay, doesn't sort of flake in that, and you get that little bit of colour. Just it's quite subtle on my dark lashes. Obviously that show up a little bit more on, sort of blondie or sort of mid-brown sort of lashes. Now, two things I've been using in the class, or because of the course, that I was never fussed before, was the Strobe cream, which I never actually not tried. I had a little test of this, you know, samples in MAC. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. It's a luminous radiant cream, okay, whatever. And then Max Fix Plus. I've had a couple of these. I even gave one away because I was just, it's just a spray, no fuss about it. Love now. This, because it's so versatile, I mean, obviously, maybe not so good on people that are, you know, relatively oily in that, but it's just a good sort of moisturizer on someone maybe combination to, I don't know, or dry or normal skin that you want to have that slight sheen or that slight radiance, whether you put it under the makeup, obviously, as their skin prep or their moisturizer, or you can put it over on if you're doing like a liquid foundation or cream sort of foundations and you want to get that radiance. You want to put it on top of the makeup, so you can do it, you know, a highlight on the cheeks, on the eyes, on the nose. You can do that highlight. So it's very, very versatile, and now I'm understanding why they like it so much. So I really like it as well. So it's good. And obviously you'd sort of prime where you need the primer, and then you use that as your moisturizer where you moisturize. Or you want that radiance. Now this one, Max Fix Plus, again, I never really saw the fuss. I was into my Model in a Bottle and my Model Co spray fix, my Ben Nye makeup set of sprays and all that, you know, all the ones that are predominantly alcohol. And this is just your water, and what else is it? Oh, I don't have the box, but I actually really like it. It really softens the look, doesn't make it too cakey, binds it together. You can use it as part of your skin prep, and then of course once you've done all the powdering and that, you sort of help it sort of combine together and set. So it's, you know, great multi-use. You can use it as a refresher, a touch up during the day. So I actually really like it. Now, it's bizarre. Another one, I have mentioned this before. This is the setting powder I'm using for myself for February. It's the Balancing Act from Pur Minerals. So it's just that, and I got this on TVSN, and it lasts forever. It really, really lasts. So I just swirl it around in that sort of mosaic pebble sort of look powder, and it just gives a nice sort of natural sort of look to the skin. And again, you can put that over the top if you want. Use it as a setting spray. You can help it to sort of with the oil and that, because I have quite oily around my T-zone. Really good. Two other things I'll mention again that are in my kit, and I've even been using it on myself, and you know, they've been really nice. It's the Garnier Clean Sensitive 2-in-1 Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. I really like it, and it's one of those ones you have to shake up because it's the oil and water type thing, whatever. I really like it. It moves really quickly. It doesn't sort of sting, and it's even gotten in my eyes because I've got contacts and everything, and I haven't had any issues with it. Fine on my husband, and he has sort of sensitive patches on the skin, and that's been fine. But this is particularly for, you know, the eye makeup as well, getting it off quick, and that's been good. And this one is the Simple Facial Toner. I use this, and also I've got this Sukin facial toner, which is one I really, really like as well. And I keep that in the fridge, and it's like, oh, beautiful. Gosh, it's refreshing on those hot days. Nothing like Sukin toner. Anyway, this one, Soothing Facial Toner, the simple one. Really good for sensitive skin and stuff like that. So put that away. As far as my sort of foundation, this is the one I've been sort of going to. It's slightly darker. It's the Silky Cream Foundation from Laura Mercier in the Cashew Beige. I will squirt it out. And it's just, it's so silky. It glides on like a dream. But I also love it too. Like, I can mix it in with my Makeup Forever 125 Sand, which is slightly lighter, and I get the perfect skin match for me. Even my Kevin Aquan airbrush, it mixes in great with that, and a lot of my other stuff, or even mixing the BB creams or just on itself. It's a beautiful foundation. Just couldn't say enough about it. And it's one that sort of I go backwards and forwards to, but I loved it in February. As far as the scent, again, I go back to this one. It's the Dear Body Mango Temptation, just a body spray, very much like the Victoria's Secrets sort of range as well, but a lot cheaper. And I got this at Cosmo Cosmetics in the city. As far as sort of creams and that, I mentioned the other month, I think it was the Burts Bees, the banana hand cream. I love that one. I love it. And I finally cracked and had to try this one. It's the Almond, the Almond Milk Beeswax hand cream. Because it does smell like almond icing, or raw icing, you know, that mascarpone, is it mascarpone? Not mascarpone, it's the cream. Marzipan, that's what I'm trying to say. It really does though. You have to try it. But just when you go and try the samples in the shops, because you know, you imagine everyone's hands have been in that and they've not sealed. You know, you've got to really make sure you seal it. It loses that scent. It doesn't smell as good. It's like kind of a bit, you know, dodgy. But this, if you seal it properly, it smells like a dream. And I'm gonna mix it in with my foundation. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna wash my hands anyway. Oh, it does smell like you're putting almond icing on you. I don't know, it sounds weird, but it's beautiful. If you love that scent, it's great. Smells great, feels really good. It's quite slick. I wouldn't say greasy, but you do feel it on the skin. Like if you are a person that loves hand cream to instantly soak in and you don't like that slightly greasy feeling, maybe not for you, but it is so, it's just beautiful for the cuticles and the skin, and I like it, and it soaks in fairly quickly as well. But I'm just saying, you might go, oh, it feels greasy. Give it time to soak in. I just use so much that I only needed to use half as amount that I did there, but I get a bit carried away on the scent. So anyway, thank you for joining me for my very, very long-winded February favourites and too much information again.